All right, on to new footage. Gaz, this is the new show. It's me, Gazbot, and I'm back with another Gazbot's Toy Shots. Here's another one for you. Why? Because finally we're done with our audio problems, and then we have a live show coming at you. I'm not going to be doing voiceover over my own stupid face. I'm going to be talking out of my own stupid face. So let's jump right into it. The first thing we have is what? It's this. What is this? Well, this is Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch. This is from the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi, the third released movie, number 6 in the volume. This is Princess Leia as the bounty hunter Boushh. I've heard it pronounced a few different ways, but she's a cool bounty hunter, and it's not the greatest likeness of Carrie Fisher, but most female figures, especially Carrie Fisher for some reason, are usually terrible. This is okay. It doesn't look like her, but it looks like an okay female. But honestly, I'm going to leave it with the helmet on because I always thought this was a cool design for armor. Now, these figures retail for around $20, depending on where you get them. $19.99, $21.33, that kind of stuff. This has been a little bit of a peg warmer, although it's starting to disappear. So if you want one, don't wait too long. I've seen it on sale, but not for that much. However, my pal, the big dog, did some sort of magical deal where he was buying a big pile of loot from someone else. And in with that, the guy had said, oh, I can get you this, $9. He said, hey, do you want this? I said, yes. Now, I'm mostly in the 6-inch collecting Force Awakens newer characters, but for $9, I couldn't resist the $20 figure of a really nice suit of armor on top of Leia. I'm not sure how I'll display it. I'll probably put it with my Force Awakens figures. It's a 6-inch scale, but $9, man. Any Black Series for $9 you can't beat, really. So good score there. So that's that. All right, next up, it's a Star Wars heavy episode, by the way. The next one is this. Boom. What is this? Well, this is Disney Infinity. Now, this is a game which I do not play. I can't even tell you if it's good or not. I've never played it, but I really like these designs. They have Marvel, they have Pixar movies, and they have Star Wars. I've recently collected all of them with the exception of this Boba Fett. The reason I didn't have the Boba Fett was because, oh, actually I'm missing Princess Leia too. But the reason I don't have Boba Fett is because he was previously released only in a bundle. I think it was a PlayStation bundle where you get the game and you get this and that, and you get a Boba Fett. Now, that made him impossible to get unless you want to buy a PlayStation. Or if you want to buy him in the secondary market, and he was going for $100, $120, $200, ridiculous amounts of money. But I heard through the grapevine that they were going to release him again. They weren't having a new wave of Star Wars figures, but just him, and that's what happened. They released him, saw him at Toys R Us. I was super thrilled because I've been wanting him, and I didn't have to pay more than retail. In fact, I paid less than retail. Why? And this is something for Disney Infinities in general. They seem to always be on sale in some way, shape, or form. So if you're interested in getting, especially if you're interested in getting more than one, wait. So the sale I got it on was buy one, get one for $1. So I got him, and as you can see, he has sort of a cartoony design. They all sort of fit that aesthetic, which I really, really like. But they're $15 each, so if I'm not playing the game, it's a bit expensive. And so I have not paid retail for almost any of the ones I got. For example, this one. I got this for myself, and I got a Darth Maul, which I already had, for the big dog. So it was $15, $1, that's $6. We split the difference, $8 each. I paid $8 for Infinity Boba Fett, which previously would have been $120. So I'm super stoked about this. He's going to go in my collection. Eventually I'm going to do a pretty big display, but right now they're just hanging on the wall. So that's that. Okay, I said it was a Star Wars heavy episode. What else do we have? Well, I got a pile. Here we go. Okay, it's 3 3/4, or 3.75 as they like to call them. These are all Force Awakens Star Wars figures with the exception of this one. This is Rex from Rebels, previously from the Clone Wars. This is the cartoon, the CGI one that is on television, previously owned by Lucasfilm, now owned by Disney, which owns Lucasfilm. This is the new version of him where he's older. I was not a gigantic fan of the Clone Wars, but he was a character in it. He was one of the clone soldiers. And in a stroke of brilliance in Rebels, which in my opinion is a much superior show, they have brought him back as a character, but time has passed, so now he's an older man. I haven't even watched the episodes that he's been in, but when I saw this figure, I love the legacy nature of it. I love when things have continuity. So he's why I chose him, and I was going to get him regardless at retail price. But I also got these figures. What did I get? I got the Flame Trooper from Force Awakens. I got another First Order Stormtrooper. I have the other version. They're basically the same figure, but with different accessories. And I got, I was going to say a Rebel pilot, but it's actually a Resistance pilot. This is Elo Asti. Why did I get these? I'm mostly, as I've said before, collecting Force Awakens at 6-inch. However, I collect Jedi, I collect Stormtroopers, I collect X-Wing pilots. So that's why I did these. But I still probably would have skipped these, at least for the time being. These retail for about $10 each. At Toys R Us, they were on sale for $7.99, which is why I was getting Rex. Why did I get the others? Because they had a sale going that was buy one Star Wars figure, get another, or buy Star Wars anything, figure, you know, vehicle, whatever. Cut this out. So So on top of it being on sale for $7.99, they had another deal, store-wide, Star Wars. Buy any Star Wars thing, get another one of equal or lesser value for, I believe it was 40% off. Might have been 30, I forget the exact math. So I was gonna get Rex regardless. And then I said, well, let me grab a couple of these other troop builders that I could put on my shelf, see if this deal applies, even though they're $7.99. It did. I got all these figures which retail for around 10 for, I believe it was $5.25, $5.50, basically half price. In retrospect, I should have got a few more because I could have got the TIE Fighter pilot or something else just to fill up my ranks, and I could always return them for a different figure later if I needed to, but I hadn't planned on buying any, and then I was gonna get one and then I got 4. Anyway, I got a great deal on these 4 figures. I'm very happy with them. They're gonna go to my shelves. Rex being the main acquisition, but some troop builders for half price, can't beat that. Well, it's been Star Wars heavy, but I do have one other thing to show you. Jaguar from the Godzilla Showa era. It's Jet Jaguar, the friendly robot who grows in size. He is a bank. He is sort of modeled after the vinyl X Plus sort of figures that they have, which normally go for 100 and up. He cost me 25. I've seen him for 30, I've seen him for 20. I got him right in the middle for 25. I'm a big Jet Jaguar fan. As far as I know, he's only appeared in one movie, but he's very distinctive, very sort of Ultraman. Never took off very big in the day, but I know a lot of people like him today, so I always hope he'll make a comeback at some point. Regardless, merchandise for him is very scant. There's no SH figure arts, there's no monster arts, there's a couple older figures, I have a little vinyl. This is a big vinyl. He's pretty fun. Like I said, he's a bank, which is kind of ridiculous. You know, but I have a Mechagodzilla bank as well, same line, and basically it's a slightly less good version of the $100 to $200 figures for in the neighborhood of $25 each. So it's a really good way to collect sort of vintage era 12-inch vinyls for a reasonable price, as long as you're okay with the fact that they have a slot on the back to put money in, and theoretically they store it. Although I don't know anybody that uses these as banks. They'd be terrible as banks, actually. They're just good as figures. So anyway, he's here to save the day, and I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not happy about the fact that this is the end of the show. This is the end of this episode of Gazbot's Toy Shop. We'll be back with more, so stay tuned!